My Lords, I beg leave to ask the question standing my name on the order paper.
My Lords, may I first congratulate Lord Pearson on his election as leader of UKIP. The answer to the noble Lord's question is no.
I have to tell your Lordships that the democratic process and the subsequent media attention have come as quite a shock to the system at my age, but of course I am enjoying it very much. My Lords, as to the noble lady's answer, I fear it only serves to confirm the gulf between the political class and the British people. How does the government respond to the large and growing majority of voters who polls show want a referendum very much? And secondly, can I ask if they are surprised at this demand, now that the Lisbon Treaty has removed the last vestiges of our national sovereignty, and that EU membership is costing us some £45 million per day in cash, and hugely more when we add up the costs of over-regulation, expensive food, and so on, when we add those in? My Lords, how can this country possibly afford this in our present circumstances?
A referendum on continued membership is unjustified, is unnecessary and frankly irrelevant to the interests and needs of the people of this country.
Would she, on a more serious note, perhaps give us her reflections on the voice of UKIP in the European Parliament when they were questioning Cathy Ashton in her new role as European High Commissioner for Foreign Affairs? Does she think that it does any benefit to this country to talk down a British politician who is fighting not only for a British but also for a European interest in Brussels in the high role that she's been given?
Thank you. I thank my noble friend for raising those points. I am, of course, very well aware of the comments made by the former leader of UKIP, and I must say that I thought that they were particularly so vile that they probably damaged him far more than our noble friend or indeed anyone else.
We're all concerned that Baroness Ashton, who we all admired very much, and she was an excellent leader of the House, should have been caught up in this sort of maelstrom of arguments following the hardly the Lisbon Treaty being put into force. That is very worrying. I make clear that obviously we're not interested in Lord Pearson's ideas of an in-out referendum. I think that was the policy of the Liberal Democrats recently. Yes. Perhaps they would explain.
I don't think anyone can take away from the government the fact that we have had a very good result in terms of the decisions that were taken after the Lisbon Treaty came into force. We have the High Representative, Baroness Ashton, who will have an extremely important task, streamlining the abilities of the European Union to deal with the foreign policy issues that are becoming increasingly complex. And it is the case that I think the UK government remains committed to our relationship with the European Union, and that has to be in the interests of the British people. And I can't help noting, my Lords, that that cast iron guarantee given by Mr Cameron seems to have somewhat evaporated and been lamely replaced by the pledge that democracy through Parliament will be replaced by democracy by plebiscite on European issues.